What's up, boys? This is Contango coming at you from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. I don't have a cool name for my bunker, it's just my basement. But anyway, what I want to do today is just give you a little introduction to a map that I made. This map I'm calling G40 Alt Universe, or 1940 Global Alt Universe. And the reason that I made this map was, as you can see there, the little title, G40 Alt Universe. The reason why I made this is I'm a big fan of Axis and Allies 1940 Global. If you're into Axis and Allies, which I'm guessing you are if you're here, that's probably one of the most popular ones that's out there. And so I'm a big fan of it, have been for a long time, played it many times. And so I found myself kind of wishing I could forget everything I knew about that game because it was so much fun to go through it and strategize and learn it and play it and all of that. So I found myself kind of wishing I could get amnesia, forget everything, and start all over again. So I don't really want to get amnesia. So the next best thing is I thought, most people kind of try to spruce up the game, freshen it up with house rules and things like that. I had kind of a different idea. I thought, what if we're still playing the same game, but the land formation of the world basically is different. So it's the same war, same timeline, same nations and everything like that, but instead the continents were formed differently. So all the connections, all the different territories are different than they are in the real world. So that's, I guess, why I made this map, just to be playing more G40, but freshen it up. So I guess you could consider this kind of an expansion for G40. It's the same sort of game, but you don't really need anything new other than the map. So it's the same pieces and same nations, like I said. So I created this map, had it printed. This is printed on PVC or Sintra, I believe it's sometimes called. So I got a 3mm there, and I got it printed on two pieces, or well, I guess one piece, and they cut it in half, so you can kind of see the line down the middle there. And the purpose of that was just for transportability, because I wanted to be able to take this map with me to hopefully play it with people. And my car is just not big enough to fit a full-size map in it, so I had it cut in half. So had it printed. I believe it cost something like $160 Canadian to have it printed like that. I think you can get it for a fair bit cheaper if you were to print it on different material, if you print it on vinyl, for example. So that's, I guess, the introduction. So the game itself, like I said, it's based on 1940 Global. The nations are all the same. As you can see here, we've got all the same pieces as normal, the usual suspects in terms of countries. Even the nations play similarly. They're in the same order. They have similar styles. For example, the UK, as in the base game, they're kind of spread out all over the place, different territories all over the world. So that's kind of similar in this. And kind of similar with other nations. Germany is somewhat centralized. Japan has its main island, and then some territories on the mainland as well. I guess Anzac is a little different. They're not on an island. They're kind of on the main continent there. I guess the biggest difference would be France, which France has some territories next to Germany, like it usually does. But in this game, France also has kind of its own continent down here. And that wraps around on the other side of the map as well. So, over there. Yeah, so like I said, it's the same game as G40, same pieces. There's no additional units or anything like that. I did make a few rule changes, which I'm not going to go over right now, but for the most part, it's the game that we all know and love. We've got also on the map air bases and naval bases printed right on there. There's the income tracker along the bottom, so that's helpful. And I included a battle board right on the map there, so that's helpful as well. Yeah, so this map, like I said, it's created it. I'm calling it now, I guess, in a beta phase. So I've done some testing on this internally, played it a bunch of times. I've got the rules made up. I've got the starting situation made up. Obviously, you see all the pieces on the map here. National objectives, political situations, all that kind of thing is all done. So it's been play tested. I find it relatively balanced, which of course is hard. You never know exactly how people are going to play and what might get kind of broken over time, but I think it's relatively close to balanced. So that's why I'm saying it's at this point in kind of a beta phase. I'm kind of ready to release it to the world, to anybody that wants to give it a try. And if you are interested in giving it a try, the only place to get it is from me. So the way to do that would be I can send you the map file. You can have it printed yourself. And the way to do that would be to email me, and I'll get it to you. If you want to email me, my email is axis-allies-contango@gmail.com. Again, axis-allies-contango@gmail.com. So if you want to get in touch with me there, I can get you the map file if you want to have it printed, and I can send you the rules sheet as well. So the other thing you can do if you don't want to spend the money to have it printed, or you don't really have anybody to play with anyways, if you want to just play it on your own, I mean, obviously you can still print it and play it on your own, but I've also loaded this into TripleA. So TripleA is a software version of Axis and Allies. It's got lots of Axis and Allies games on it. So I've created a map for this 1940 Global Alt universe as well. I've created that on AAA, and so if you want to go onto there and try it out, you can find it. It is in the experimental section. It is if you've played AAA before, the game does, like if you've played 1940 Global on there, it's very good. It's been played for so many years. They've worked out any glitches. G40 Alt universe, what I put on there, I'm not a programmer. I've done my best. It does work fine. It doesn't handle every single thing in the game. So there's a few notes on there about things that it might not handle, that users are going to have to make selections and things like that to go by the rules. The game might not perfectly enforce the rules. So there's some things like that. But if you're unable to get together with people and you want to try it that way, you can do that as well. And if you are doing that, either on AAA or if you do want to print it off, I'd be happy to hear about your feedback, especially concerning balance. So you can send that to my email as well. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later.